3 ships based out of Pearl Harbor rescued some 300 Canadian sailors stranded at sea.
The U.S. Navy helped tow the ship to shore after a large fire in the engine disabled it. KITV4's Cam Tran was there as the ship and its crew came to port.
Pulling into an American port, flying the American flag, and stepping on American soil. This ship full of Canadians couldn't be happier to say aloha to Hawaii.
Best feeling I've had in about 7 days.
That's 7 long days for the crew of this Canadian oil ship stranded at sea. The HMCS Protector left Pearl Harbor on February 25th on its way back to British Columbia, Canada, after a deployment. 2 days into its voyage, the engine room caught fire.
An absolute worst case scenario, as I've talked about, you had a major main space fire on a tanker in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of the night, with no electricity. You're having a large fire in a very large space, and I've likened to the size of basically a school gymnasium that's 3 or 4 stories high.
The blaze disabled the ship and left 300 crew members stranded 350 miles off the coast of Hawaii. After the fire on the HMCS Protector, the ship basically lost all its power, meaning no hot showers, no working kitchens, and no bathrooms.
We had to make some makeshift toilets and then use those. At one point we had 1 toilet for 270 people. Yeah. So we need a shower.
Some of the black char from the fire is visible in front of the ship. 3 United States naval ships brought supplies, food and water to the stranded crew.
Oh, I've never been so grateful in my life. Like just having them like drop off water, supplies. I even have one of the sailors' water bottles, like their personal water bottles was sent over. And I've been using that for the last few days, just drinking water out of the jerry cans. So like they gave us their own personal stuff just to help us keep going.
Most of the crew members are ready for some R&R after their whole ordeal.
I'm just happy to be back on land, and I'll just work on my tan a little bit more before I head home.
And those Canadian seamen may have plenty of opportunities to bask in the island's sun. That's because the Royal Canadian Navy does have a response team on the ground. It could take them some time to assess the damage on the ship. In the meantime, though, the crew will remain here on the islands until the ship is moved back to Canada. Reporting from Pearl Harbor, Cam Tran, KITV4 News.